DJ Mcree of Trap King presents Traptendo Tunes Radio.
The king has returned.
I can't believe it.
Trap King. Traptendo Tunes Radio.
Oh man, goddamn, yeah, alright. Red hair like Matt Hardy. Fucking little bitch, she was Hardy. Hey, yeah, I'm riding on the Harley. I'm telling it up on my body. I swear to God, man, I got a shot. You run up on me, I'll catch a body. As a matter of fact, I got a 30. Oh shit, it's shooting curry. I'm back in the days I was broke. Man, I was trying to sell some coke. Jugging niggas selling soap. Anything to get that dope. And now niggas selling out of shows. Fucking bitches all in my shows. Alexander clean my clothes. Alexander clean my toes. All this blue cheese on me. Can't fuck with niggas, they phony. Playing bitches just like Sony. Or run up on me, turn to baloney. Oh yeah, I know it's money. I swear to God, I ain't no dummy. A fan day.
Give them something nasty.
Popping on pills like junkies. Sipping on lean, they funny. All these bitches, they annoying me. And diamonds over here is surgery. Baby girl say she hurting me. And baby girl get away from me. And yeah, you can have my baby. I know you heard me. Y'all make a nigga do a flip-flop. You keep talking shit, get the shit smacked. I ain't with the Twitter beat. And you can meet me in the streets. Red hair like Matt Hardy. Fucking little bitch, she was Hardy. Hey, yeah, I'm riding on the Harley. I'm turning it up on my body.
You're listening to Traptendo Tunes Radio. Oh my gosh. Traptendo Tunes Radio.
What up, peoples? What up? I had to sneeze, man. My bad. I had to take a little second. Just let me know how the audio is going. It sounded like it was going all right on the intro or whatnot. Big shout outs to the people that tuned in today. Yeah, I had to work on some stuff. I had to add more lights and shit. What up? How y'all feeling tonight? Sounds good? Good. Yeah, I just added like mic kills and stuff like that, so whenever things go awry, we'll know. Okay. I was about to mess with the microphone. The microphone looked like it was a little wild, but I guess it's all right. Seems a little low, but I can hear everything else though. Stone Galaxy was good. Old Stink was good. Man. So, all right. I already know by the title, everybody is here for that. Big shout out to all the people here. Shout out to the 30 people, early birds. Thank you for the 4 likes. 83 degrees, sunny outside, cold as hell in the apartment. Great day though. Great day. Sarah. Sarah, don't pull it up. All folly.
My nigga.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. It's not for everybody to know. If you know, you know. Oh, man. I love this shit too much, man. Demon emoji is crazy. So just so I get everything off the chest right here. So I'm not, it's just a clickbait title. I'm not going to go there and talk shit about native instruments or whatever, though we are going to talk about, and I'm going to react to some things, and then we can pivot off to greener pastures, I guess, you know. Gotta do it. It's a dirty job, but someone has to do it. You know what I'm saying? Just consider me the trash man or some shit. I'm like the Dennis Rodman of this. The Dennis Rodman is crazy. The Dennis Rodman of music technology. Wow. On folly though. Man, I tell you what, there's so much content that's came out ever since that Crip Beats video. And mind you, all tones is serious. Like, I don't look to see any company do bad. I don't want you guys to think that I'm just out here just preying on other companies' falls and stuff like that. Because, boy, when it comes down to it, and y'all going to learn today, it's not the exact same thing. Well, and it's not everybody. Like, you can't blame it. Like, yeah, so many different individual peoples that have worked for companies or whatnot. They be jaded. They feel like they get played, whatever the case may be. Then you got people that, you know, they look, just enjoy this shit. That's all, you know. But boy, it's been a pack out week, and I expect more videos to come out of grievances and gripes and other stuff, because they're just the juiciest type of thing. I don't necessarily condone it. However, if you feel some type of way, I'm the type of person, like, I'm not like the people that show up in the comment section like, oh, well, I wish you would talk about something positive. Unsubscribed. I unsubscribed, even though I wasn't subscribed, head ass nigga. Like, and even if you are subscribed and you unsubscribe, like, dude, first of all, you gotta understand. If you're willing to come into someone's platform and tell them what to do and how they should talk or what their experience should be, and mind you, I'm the type of content creator is very lax. There's only a few people that I just do not want to even deal with. And that's all given. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person that will come to someone else's page, mind you, and tell them how they should feel. Mind you. Because a lot of you guys, what y'all do is y'all will recommend someone to do something. And mind you, I do look at some of those comments and I don't mind that. And shout out to the people that are live on Twitch. By the way, I do stream on both platforms or whatnot for people. That's a hell of a look. So you on Twitch, man, I appreciate it. I got you pulled up. I can see the Twitch chat. I'm not the type of person that will tell you what to do, right? Like if it's your prerogative, it's your prerogative. If you're gonna do what you're gonna do, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Whether we agree or disagree, like I don't give a shit if you're doing a certain kind of content, mind you. That's your content. Now, if you want to ask me if it's working and, you know, certain things that could be tightened up, of course, I will give that kind of input. But at the same damn time, I am not that type of person that's going to sit here and dictate to someone. And I get it. Like, that's kind of the whole entire part of YouTube that everybody likes, or social media in general. Like, your community at large, and y'all can, you know, people like to get their one-liners off in the comment section, and, you know, more power to them. That helps the channel too. Like, when you guys leave a disrespectful comment or what you want to get attention or whatnot, shoot, you get 41 likes, man. Hey, that's yours. You earned it. That's the way I look at it. You know, I don't want people to be high-minded. Dude, I don't want people to be lost. Dude, I want you to make your own decisions. We're supposed to be adults here. You feel me? I definitely have to laugh at it. Yeah, absolutely, Sarah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with laughing at a good old fashioned video or two. You know, come on now. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not that black where I didn't watch America's Funniest Home Videos. I'm just saying. Like, I watched that shit, had a knee tap, that type shit. Oh, I can't think of his name. Bob Saget. Yeah. Bob Saget. That guy. Hold that clip. You know, that's basically YouTube. That was YouTube before YouTube. Real talk. I mean, that's where we at with it. You know, I just put some seasoning on my chicken. I'm just saying. That's what I do. I put some seasoning on it. Some people don't like seasoning on their chicken. You know? No subliminals. But hey, Major Keys, what's good? What's good? So, you know, I know I'm not for everybody, and that's where I've arrived with it. Like, I'm not going to be for everybody. It is what it is. But I also want to make people that are around be entertained and not drown them with, like, reviews of gear and shit like that. Like, come on now. Like, it's different times we're in. This isn't 2016 where you could afford to throw away $2,000. I'm looking at the economy right now. Folks is out here doing wild stuff. Wild stuff is happening. Our president is wild as hell. It's just wild. This is America. Goddamn. So when I get on this platform here, man, I'm just here to have a good time. Nothing less, nothing more. And I want to have more good times, you know? You feel me? That's what life's about. Good times. With that being said, let me go ahead and do some housekeeping and whatnot. Make sure that y'all check us out at 16levels.com. Link will be in the description box. You can check out our website. We have used gear. I was thinking about selling my MPC 2000. Sarah, you want an MPC 2000? It has 8 outs. It also has that rare effects card. The only problem with it, though, the screen is the original screen, and the original screen is cheeks. You can replace that, get the blue LCD screen. Not just Sarah, you guys in general that might be interested in that. And also, I'm going to put it on the site after the live stream, by the way. I'm going to take pictures of it. You guys know how I take care of my gear. I got a whole entire live stream using it. The only caveat is not all the pads don't work. Like, I think 6 pads don't work, but that can be replaced for $125. I just didn't feel like doing it and going through the process. And you can have new pad sensors. There's several places on eBay that sell it, but I'm going to sell it for a decent price. I'm thinking about $600. $600 with the 8 ounce, very good condition. Some of the pads don't work. That's the only issue. And I still made beats with that joint, but I would love to be made more beats with it. But anyways, other than that, we have masterclasses for all the MPCs that exist. The only masterclass that you don't see is the MPC Key 61. And the reason why I don't have it on display is because, one, the cover is awful. Two, it does not have any of the 3.0 stuff. So everything else that you see right here, the MPC Key 37, MPC 1, MPC Live 2, X, and then you can get private lessons from us over there at 16levels.com, or from me, rather, because I be, damn. But we have some dope ass sample packs, and when you go and you look at Shop All, you can see what is the best selling, this, that, and the third, and everything. So, you know, oh damn, I know people are upset about. Look at this. Look at the things I have sold. I sold the AXR X Pro. I sold the MPC Key 37. I sold, you know what I'm saying? But you can go over here, check out the prices, and, you know, just go through. You get 10% off of your order. That is $60 or more. So, you know, just doing the homework here, and just want you guys to know. And shit. Let's get into it. So on Monday, I was minding my own business, and I saw that Bolo, the producer, dropped a video talking about Native Instruments. Spoiler alert, I did watch some of it. I did laugh like a mug. There were some very good points in it. However, I thought it would be great that I would react to it. You already know why. The link will be in the description box, and make sure that you subscribe. Yeah, this gonna be a good one, boy. This gonna be a good one.
All right, the Machine Plus. I just watched Accurate Beats video, and I watched Av's video as well. And what I can tell you is we need this to succeed.
Okay.
Because to be frankly honest with you guys, this is the only real competitor to the MPC.
True. Very true. No lies detected there. True, true, true.
And for all of you Ableton push people, listen. Hey, this ain't y'all fighting right here, okay?
Give me a second. Oh my God. Oh shit.
This ain't got nothing to do with y'all.
Bolo.
Now, shout out to Native Instruments. They did send me this back in 2021, and they sent me the Mark III back in 2021 as well, when I actually did a rant about the MPC stuff.
Oh, shit. And you know what? I gotta say something. This is a common practice of not just companies in our space. This is a practice from all businesses. Like, when people do those type of videos, please believe it. Like, the vigilantes, when they do these videos, they be so far up in these companies' asses, you would not believe the shit. You would not believe the things that I have witnessed with people that are opposed to a certain piece of gear in this space. And then they have certain companies in their cheeks. Bruh, look at my eyes.
So I'm going to try to be as real as possible when it comes to this video. All right.
I respect that.
Now, I watched Accurate Beats, and he said something in his video that I've been saying for a very long time about the Machine Plus. Not talking about the Machine Mark III because that's a controller. I love the ecosystem that Native Instruments has going on. They do, I can't say probably, they do have the best ecosystem out right now when it comes to hardware to DAW. Okay, so if you plug in your Mark III or your Machine Plus into the DAW, it works perfectly. Like, it has a perfect ecosystem when it comes to that.
If we're talking about plugging it up to a computer, yes, awesome. But when you're using that joint in standalone, that's a different story. It's a totally different story, though, when it does work, so that I don't look like I'm on folly here. It's good. It's very good. It's very good. There was a lot of dishonesty during that release, but I'm going to
I don't have the Machine Micro, but from what I hear, it works great. And then all of their keyboards work great with their DAW as well. So the ecosystem is 100% one of the best ecosystems.
I haven't tried the Control series.
But we're talking about the Machine Plus.
Yes, we are.
Now, it's been, as of right now, it's September 2025. It's been, almost 5 years now that the Machine Plus has been out. And when it came out, it was ahead of its time.
Fair.
Very much so ahead of its time. The only thing that it did not have was a touchscreen.
I don't know about way ahead of its time. I thought that the experience did trump the MPC in certain aspects, like time stretch. The quality of the time stretch, definitely. And I didn't really care much about that because when I'm sampling something anyways, I want it to be obvious. I'm not trying to make something that is sampled from someone else's work sound like, oh, it's not a sample. Or could it be a sample? No, you're going to know it's a sample. I'm going to chop that mug. But the overall experience, the sequencing wise, there was a lot of things that it offered flexibility wise. And absolutely. Like, you could have 4-bar loops being like, you can record a 4-bar loop, 3-bar loop, 2-bar loop, 8-bar loop, all that. You can record a loop on one clip or scene. And then you could, a matter of fact, on your scene, you can have clips that vary in sizes. Very good. And that means that you could just do it. Your production at the end of the day would be more eclectic because it didn't seem like a fixated loop. So it offered those type of capabilities out the box that were very good.
Because we all know that the MPC X was already out, had a touchscreen. Everybody went crazy over that. Then
and I didn't care about if it didn't have a touchscreen or not, because I just, as someone that uses old school boxes or whatnot, it had that kind of old school box feel because of that. And it had more buttons, making it a whole lot better of an experience than maybe like the MPC Live 2, because the MPC Live 2 has the least amount of buttons of all the modern day MPCs. If you know, then you know.
Live 2 came out, and that came out 2020, I believe. And that had the touchscreen on it. With and the MPC Live was already out too already with the touchscreen already. But other than that, the Machine Plus had all of the bells and whistles at the time. And it had a few things that was really good, like straight from disk streaming when it came to like your samples. You didn't have to store it anywhere. You could just pull it straight off the disk. It was very easy to use your one-shot samples in here.
The only problem with that is disk streaming or not, that thing crashed a lot more than it should. And that had more to do with them not setting some type of limitation. And mind you, people don't like when things aren't limited, especially if you're talking about someone that's making beats on a computer, and then they go down. It's definitely a limitation. And mind you, that's the reason why we use these boxes, because of those limitations or whatnot. But, you know.
It was very easy to sample in here. It was just a very cool machine, and it has its own particular sound. I wouldn't say it's bottom heavy like the MPC stuff, but it's a very clean sound.
It had it had more of a mid-high sound, which is good. The bottom end it's there in the I'm about to say the MPC in the Machine Plus. It's just not as prominent. It was definitely better it was more top heavy. I don't want to use the word better.
And the thing about it is the Machine Plus is not really trying to be like the MPC, even though it does have the 16 pads. It's its own thing.
Yeah, clip-based.
And if you worked on the MPC and you didn't have any knowledge of the Machine Plus, when you came over to the Machine Plus, you really had to learn how to use it. It took me about 3 days to kind of figure everything out. But once I figured it out, it was like, okay, I kind of dig what this has going on. And, even though it had a few limited features in it, I liked it. I still like it to this day. Do I use as much as my MPC? No. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. However, I still feel that the Machine Plus can be great. Now, right now, with the limited amount of RAM, CPU issues, can it really compete with what Akai is doing with the MPC? And that is no. However, is it still very much usable for one-shots and samples and for using this with MIDI controllers and using the sounds that come with it? Yes, the expansions inside of the Machine Plus are incredible. You can make pretty much anything with just...
And now they're on the MPC, so... And then there's other things too, like Kitmaker, where you can just turn anything into an MPC expansion and add a cover too. So it's just like,
the expansions inside of the Machine Plus. That's what a lot of people understand. That's one thing that I did not understand until I had to make an apology video years ago, saying that, the Machine Plus doesn't have enough sounds or whatever. And then somehow I was like, you got to use the expansions. And I started using the expansions. I'm like, wow, I didn't know the expansions came with all of these sounds already built in, and they sound great. They were samples that already had effects and everything on it, and they sounded great. And you can make a lot of great stuff with it. But then, for some reason, things just stopped. And people told me when I first got the Machine Plus that the support with Native Instruments with the machine stuff is kind of lacking a little bit. And I was like, at that time, the MPC stuff was kind of lacking a little bit. But then all of a sudden, Akai just ramped everything up, and they gave us feature after feature after feature after new unit after new unit. And next, we look around now, and it's just the Machine Mark III. It's a few MIDI controllers, and then the Machine Plus has not changed since 2020. Hasn't changed. Nothing. But then during that time, we've had the MPC Live 2, we've had the MPC X Special Edition, we've had the MPC Key 37, and we've had the MPC Key 61 and the MPC 1 and MPC 1 Plus.
Yeah, and it's all great, but it wasn't like a huge step over. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes with companies or whatever, and I get what he's trying to say. Basically, they should have had a complete control standalone unit. Fair. They should have like a mini something or whatever. True. But those are all incremental and just supplemental things. Like the Key 37 is basically for people that don't want a 61 key MPC standalone unit. That's the obvious thing about that, and it looks like the One Plus. It was cool. It was all right. I liked it. Do I miss it? Hell yeah. But, incremental.
All of this stuff has been going on for all of these years. And we've only gotten, on the Native Instrument side, just the Machine Plus.
And the reality of that, and the main reason why it's like that is because when they invest in R&D, they invest in the mechanical engineers, the software engineers, testers, which we all know they don't really invest in that. Not at least not in this space. Like maybe other spaces like gaming, where it's like a multi-billion-dollar industry, or just software development in general, depending on what company you work for. That is, that then. But R&D is the most. Like that's the thing that costs the most, and having to do that kind of research and stuff like that and then of course manufacturing. Shoot, you don't move any of your units, bro. That shit is dead on arrival. It doesn't matter how good that thing is, and that's just how it goes. So that's probably the biggest reason. I don't think they've been in the best shape financially. Clearly, I don't think anybody is in the best financial shape right now. They're betting it all on whatever they do. So it has to be extremely good out the box. People playing with that some gun, making multiple videos, tutorials, etc., influencing all this other stuff. And the reason why Akai kind of trumps Native Instruments is culture. That's been around. The MPC's been around for a hot minute. They only had to do a couple of things just to win the community back over, because when they abandoned making standalone units for a little bit, people were very vocal about it. And that's how you kind of get a company that builds great culture. Even though, yes, there's people that still complain almost every single day. Someone has some wild suggestion, or they'll make a suggestion one week and then they'll renege. I'm going to start taking screenshots of people complaining about things, and then their problem is solved, and then now they move the goalposts. I'm gonna start doing some investigations, and it's gonna be what it be.
And I'm gonna say this again. It was ahead of its time when it came out. Like, one of the features that I really like about the Machine Plus is their stretch function, which is like warp inside of the MPC. Their stretch function in here, or their warp function, is, if I want to call it, is incredible. With the amount of CPU and RAM in here, you can take an audio sample and stretch this thing up and down, and it doesn't leave any type of artifacts or anything when you turn that tempo up and down. This thing is incredible with the stretch function. Like I said before, using one-shot samples is just picking the sample, boom, assigning it to a pad, and put it in keyboard mode, and you can play all of your samples up and down the whole octave with the keyboards and everything. Incredible. Sampling in here is incredible. The sampling, how you can sample in here is really good. Also, being able to see your beat in a linear fashion on here. This was something that was implemented on here immediately. How you can, sequence your beats on here is really cool. Like, all of this stuff was already done, like out the gate. And then now that they finally added some things that we've been asking for, like MP3 support, they're supposed to be adding
MP3 support? MP3 support? Damn, I never tried to sample a MP3 in the machine. I thought it would have that. Damn. That Kevin Hart meme.
And stem separation in here, and they're going to be adding Contact 8 in here, which that would be very cool.
Oh, it didn't have MP3 export is what you're saying? That's still kind of bad, bro.
Only if they allow third-party Contact sounds to be used with Contact 8, and they're supposed to be adding some Play Series sounds in here. It's going to be incredible. And then now with the new bounce function in here, where you can just bounce your sounds down to an audio track, that way you can save up on memory and CPU. They're trying to, show that they care.
I mean, you can always, if I'm not mistaken, well, I know for a fact, because I bounced down whole entire tracks and separated the tracks and stuff like that. Never mind. I'm sounding condescending. I'm not trying to correct them or anything, but that's been around for a while though. And that's the best way to handle that. I don't want y'all to be like, oh man, here you go.
About their customer base. But, as I can say, watching Av's video and watching Accurate's video, both of them really came up with some really good points about the machine, and the Machine Plus and everything, and the Machine Mark III. And one thing that they both said is like, over time, they just really stopped using it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so let me explain. The main reason why I stopped using the machine, and I want you guys to know this, I'm going to clarify this. The main reason why I stopped using the machine, Dr. Umar Johnson, the main reason why I stopped using the machine plus is crashing. It crashed a lot. It crashed the first day I opened it up and plugged it up. It crashed when I was making a fire beat, like the Cashapp FL Studio thing that would happen to everybody. Basically, when you were making a hard ass beat and then it just FL Studio just says nope. That was happening on the machine. And granted, like I said before, with Al Truth West, he's made this statement before, even though he worked for Native Instruments. So, pro Native Instruments defend. And he said that gear, when you buy gear, mostly anything, honestly, these days, it's probably not going to be at the best shape, because they're rushing it out. Again, they have budgets and they have shareholders and people that want to make money, and they have to answer to those people too. That's the thing. And they put out the product. The product doesn't hit right with the community, but people spent money because everybody want money. Shareholders happy. Now they got to make sure that they don't lose that same base, because after being pissed off and you spend about that $1,400, I think it looks a little shaky. But that thing crashed so much. It crashed one time when I was in Texas making music for an album, and that got sit in the corner. I put my whatever that little cover, that deck saver on that mug, and put it in the corner. I put it in the corner. I put that mug on timeout, bro. On God. Are you kidding me?
Because of the lack of features, the lack of upgrades, the lack of updates. And it's the same thing with me. Now, I'm kind of paraphrasing. I'm not, saying that that's exactly what they said, but I don't want to piss nobody off or nothing. But from what I'm looking at with a lot of machine users, with a lot of people who've been to my studio with the machine, they're just basically saying, just give us some features and some updates. And I don't know what's really going on. Like, you've heard news about what's going on with Native Instruments and management and all that stuff like that, which McRee had pointed out in his video. Regardless of all that,
I didn't even get to that part.
Knowing that you're one of the true competitors of Akai.
True.
And
big facts.
MPC products, you almost can bank on if you made an upgrade to the Machine Plus or anything, even just the Mark III, make that a Mark IV or whatever. If you just did that, do you know how much revenue that would bring?
I don't think it will bring a lot of revenue to them if it's not released in the manner. Matter of fact, it's because of their delayed releases. And a person pointed out in my comment section, by the way, they pointed out of something that was very important. They were like, the main reason why they don't even rock with Native Instruments because of the original Machine Studio and how they abandoned it. And basically they bought some abandonware. I don't know what was the problem with the Machine Studio. Maybe someone can help me with that in the chat or the comment section, but it was just abandoned. There was multiple controllers and things like that. They were abandoned, the tractor stuff and whatnot. What is the name of their tractor DJ controller? It was like a mixer. And it worked with Tractor DJ, but it also worked as an analog mixer. Dude, that was fire. It was the only real competition to Rain and Pioneer and all this other stuff. It was a really good product, and they never followed up on that. And it was the weirdest thing that I thought they could ever do.
Who will pay for things that they want? They'll pay for it. Hell, they even paid for the Push 3. Even though I'm not going to get into
that man. Wild. That man is wild. Oh shit. That might have been the biggest overestimating of a company. Mind you, if you give the context of this video, how He received some love from Native Instruments or whatnot. And mind you, again, Native Instruments isn't the only company that has done something like this. Many companies do this, bro. On goodness. I remember the whole Behringer beef thing with like, I can't even think of it was like multiple content creators. And dude, like I saw different emails from people that work with Behringer, and it was like, nah, don't, come on, dog. Like, I'm like, bro, like what am I supposed to do? Like, you want me to go at them for their contradictions and stuff like that? Why don't you just expose? You got more money than me. Why don't y'all do it? Like, you expose these fools for who they are, and then we could talk about it. But don't use me as like a puppet to talk shit about certain content creators just for your plight. And I'm not saying that Behringer, or I'm just throwing in, I should have threw a name out there. Oh boy. But I'm just saying there's like different companies. I just used them as an example. I'm like, bro, don't use me as the talking point of a video, and then I take all the heat while y'all roll out whatever y'all got to roll out. Nah, don't do that. We ain't gonna do that no more. Real talk. Never. But yeah, Ableton had rolled out their push 3 around the time of like EA ski ranting and all this other stuff. And I just thought to myself, I'm like, man, that's a coinkydink. Like, they just drop it right here now. And then they got like, and mind you, the push 3, in all fairness, what their biggest issue happened to be the people that they chose to roll out. Like Andrew Huang ain't gonna sit here and do multiple videos on a piece of gear. That man gonna do one video, get his crap ton of views, you know what I'm saying, get reposted everywhere on the blogs and stuff like that, and then he gonna chill on the money that y'all spent. That's it. I can't even remember the other people. Shit, the only other person I know, and I think Tatro bought that on his own dime. Truth be told, whole time. Well, Beast by J Black. They used Beast by J Black. They needed that one black guy to, bro. And that's one thing I started noticing in this space. And man, let me keep it a buck, dog. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, they only rock with certain people. They can have the unsafest of a certain person of a certain ethnicity. And mind you, as I mess up the word ethnicity twice. And then they'll mess around with someone who they think is safe when it comes to the black folk. I gotta say it. I know it's going to get downvoted because, you got the people over there. And mind you, I had a conversation the other day, and this is going to get deep, where I asked another person within this sphere of hip hop I just asked them, like, bro, what is your experience with this company? I'm going to leave their name off the records. I'm just going to keep it real. All will reveal itself soon. And they told me that their experience with that company wasn't very good. Then I noticed like certain people leaving the company and moving over. And, I remember one time, my original video where I reacted to the Electron Digitech, which was somewhat positive of a video, but there were certain characters in the comment section that was, it was kind of a weird energy, bro. And you start to see how things kind of roll in this space. You start to see why there's certain people that debut certain pieces of gear. And I get it. Demographics play a good role in how they decide to push certain pieces of gear and all this other stuff. And mind you, I'm not fighting for my life here. I'd be lying to say if I didn't have some type of content creator privilege, but I had to fight for that junk. All my life, I has to fight. Yo, I'm not playing. You ask any other content creator in this space, you think I'm cap? Ask Bolo. Ask Sarah. I'm just saying, okay? You need to really start having these conversations. I know it ain't popular right now. People gonna say that, oh no, this woke. The same niggas too. But it is what it is. I'm standing on business. Fuck it. Let's get
that. because I know y'all push 3 users will go in on me. But let's just look at it from this
All 5 of them.
point. People will pay for another one of these for upgrading. I'm telling you, they'll pay.
I say there's maybe about 50 people that really care and think that the push 3 is really killing shit. I say that. I say that with pride. I wear it. I will take the lashes for your boss.
Pay for it. Even if it does not have a touchscreen, which a lot of the machine users say that they don't want a touchscreen until they actually get one. If the machine had a touchscreen right now, I'm telling you, a lot of you guys would not be saying the things that you're saying about, oh, we don't need a touchscreen. I can just do everything for muscle memory. Because this is the thing about it. With the Machine Plus, you're going to have to switch things if you do another machine. Things are going to switch. Things are going to change. And then people are going to say, well, why you move this? Why you move that? My muscle memory is messed up.
Nigga. I'm gonna end it right there because Bolo was about to get into something that we all know the answer to that. It just gets uglier if we just even start mentioning certain things in that nature here. But one thing that I can tell you is that when things get changed, there's always going to be a person that likes it and another person that doesn't like it. And I'm going to be stern, stand on business and say it, bro. A lot of like you guys are just flat out lazy, don't want to learn, and the answers are right in front of you. We talk about it. I have multiple master classes. There's plenty of content creators that drop content. There ain't no freaking way some of the questions that I've hear from certain people and some of the complaints are even acknowledged at this point. But, you know, to each his own. I know some people are faster learners than others, and some people prefer certain groups of people to teach you. And mind you, I'm all for it. I think you guys should check out the content creator that you enjoy, and then you should go and bitch to them about how certain features aren't there. And then when someone else corrects you and tells you that those features are there, don't you move the goalpost saying it's not like this, it's not like that. Because then when it gets changed to that and you start to be satisfied about your piece of gear or whatnot, and yeah, there are people that are going to want new shit. New shit will always be the thing that gets new gear out there, new ways of production and all that. I promise you, you should not move the goalpost. You're going to look like a buffoon. But other than that, though, great video by Bolo, the producer. Make sure that you subscribe. Do you agree? Do you think the Machine Plus just needs a little bit more love, or it should have got more love than it got? Holy cow. Do you think that Ableton Push users, I don't know what to say. I'm going to leave y'all alone. You made a poor choice. You made a poor choice. You're going to have to sit on that one. True Bobs. Mushroom Cloud Layer motherfucker. What up, Jeff? Swell, what's good, bro? What is good? It's good to see. I saw you on IG the other day. The very few times that I lock in to IG, even though people have been dropping some pretty hilarious content on there, and boy, I can't wait to get back into the fray, bro. But you know, it's gonna be a little delay. But everything's looking good, man. Look how, all right, so I want to show y'all. Let me know how y'all think, how does this look? Because I just set it up, you know, I'm just gearing up. How does the MPC look in this light? I know it looks pretty much photo accurate or just eye view accurate or whatnot. And yes, the buttons are dirty or whatever, but it looks like, yeah, it looks pretty good. Like I actually tested it out. And yeah, plugins show up. This is one of those plugins that will wash out your camera, and I figured out a way so it wouldn't wash out the camera or whatnot. So, you know, we gonna have some tutorials and stuff. I'm just letting you guys know. Just let me know how this camera looks right here. Does it look good? Because I think it looks much better. It sounds good. It doesn't sound as good as I could get it, but I will work on that. Don't worry about that. I'll work on that. But yeah, I'm behind. I've been trying to catch up to you guys. You know, it's really hard to do this content every single day without changing up the monotony of it, mind you. And then there were certain things that I was dealing with in my real life that I had to get back in order. Like I said, 2025 has been a hell of a year. Drop a 1 in the chat if you think that 2025 has been a hell of a year, both positive and negative. Drop a 1. Could we all agree on that? I want to know, chat. Come on, Twitch. I know y'all live. There's like one person watching on Twitch. You know, people complain about Twitch views. People was talking about YouTube views and all this other shit. I agree to a certain aspect when it comes to the YouTube views. You know, there's a certain thing. So, you know, Bolo is right. So he gets an apology video from me. You think drop a 2 in the chat if you think I should get a Bolo apology video in the fray. How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that? I'm just saying. The man said pimping ain't easy. It's crazy. Said 2025 is ass. I think I've been saying 2022. I don't know. I be bugged out sometimes, bro. Don't worry about me and my bugged outness. I be bugged out. I be bugged the freak out, guys, on some real shit. All right, so there's another video I wanted to check out, and I almost forgot. It's Sarah 2 Ill's video. I know she had pulled up for a reason. And I will have a link in the description box so that you guys can actually see it or whatnot. I'm going to make sure that you guys see the video in its entirety. We're going to check it out here. I'm going to react to it. It's another Native Instruments video. I can expect there's going to be a whole lot more too. Yeah. Give me secondos.
And the company would hold.
All right.
You know when you have a MIDI keyboard and you plug it up to your computer and you pull up a plugin and the DAW of your choice, and then you press the keys of that MIDI keyboard and sound comes out of the speakers or headphones? This keyboard doesn't do that. You know, when you get an electronic that requires power, doesn't it normally come with a power adapter? You know, maybe computers do, beat machines like the MPC or the Push. This one doesn't. And you know when some consumers post Reddit forums or post videos on TikTok or YouTube about their frustrations about the same thing, that maybe that feedback would be taken seriously and the company would hold themselves accountable? I don't know, we're gonna find out, because today I'm gonna give an honest review.
The real question is, what is that keyboard that you use? What is the name of that keyboard? I don't flipped on it. What she's saying is very valid, but this is my keyboard of choice. Let me go ahead and show you guys. I think I paid like $50 for it. There we go. Can we get some YouTube? There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, this is a Red Dragon keyboard, and it's only a keyboard when you purchase it or whatnot. I believe this is a 75% keyboard, so no extra buttons on the side here, just the main buttons or whatever. It's RGB or whatever. And if you don't know, for those who don't know, whatever keyboard that you use, there is a difference in quality when it comes to typing. Random fact in between this.
And transparent experience of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is beautiful. Complete Control S88 by Native Instruments. This was me 2 years ago. Guess what came in the mail? Guess what came in the mail, listen? Yes. The big body bins. Remember I was dusty. This is my Bart box. Yeah. You know?
She was excited about that thing, boy. That MIDI keyboard. Damn. Damn, homie. Oh, my bad, Sarah. My bad. Meanwhile, she said 2 years ago, so meanwhile, I was getting my MPC Key 61. Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged.
Woo, this ain't big. It's the biggest keyboard I ever had, man. This USB-C. Wow.
USB-C? Well, when USB-C is a flex.
Shit. Got your ass.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm going to hell. Sarah, you know, I fucks with you. You know, I fucks with you. It's nothing personal, but damn, the Type C flex was crazy. Type C. A non-touch screen.
Oh, these are the best keys I got in the house. As you can see, I was very excited.
And she probably not lying because those are weighted keys. And I see, look, cherry stuff is good, but man, sometimes I'm gonna leave it alone.
And then my excitement turned into frustration. So when you first plug up your control, you will have to go to a website to register the actual product. It leads you to the Native Access app, which is really dope. It's the same place where you can download all your VST softwares.
Well, I mean, that's kind of standard stuff. When you always should register your gear, or one, because you have on record, just in case, you live in those wild places where if you stay in, my girl calls it Mythganistan, like Memphis. If you in like Mythganistan, Chirac or something like that, and you're doing your music or whatever, man, shout out to my folks that's in Memphis and Chirac. There's certain places, even out here, you don't want to. You just don't. You know how it is, man. All the people that live in the struggle. See, I live in the struggle. Okay, there's certain things that you ain't gonna do around here and not get tested. You feel me? Expansion packs, and it seems like we can actually activate our hardware there too. Me and Sarah are probably gonna collab. We were supposed to collab at NAMM this year, but look, man. Look, I'm a brokey. Okay. So let's go and do that real quick. Hey, my homie in the chat said, I'm from Chirac. Yeah, and I bet you don't have the MPC in your hand, too. Imagine you being in the on O Block with your MPC live, too. Wow. If you on that, boy, you from that hood, boy, listen. Either that or the tails are telltales, wise tales, or something like that. What's going on, Adio? What's this, the behind the scenes? Was my first 88 key hammer action weighted experience. My first ever. Ruined. I can't make this up. I've been trying for 2 years patiently to see if it would work, and it has not worked at all. Like I stated, it's 88 keys. It's got polyphonic aftertouch. It has a full color display where you can, if you got complete control and complete all that. And what she's talking about is there's a thing with complete controllers where MIDI doesn't work in the proper fashion, or plugging in MIDI in and MIDI out to whatever gear that you have, or DAW, audio interface, etc., etc. I've heard it from a lot of people's mouths that have endorsed or at least invested in Native Instruments stuff. The Machine Plus, it just kind of worked, you know what I'm saying? So I guess I came in at the right time, just like with the MPC. I came in on the MPC 1 release where there was a better version of the OS. So, I had different impressions, but yeah, that's a thing that she's trying to explain. I'll contact you guys, can see it, and I can't do any of that. And this keyboard has new technology, it has USB-C, and I'm not. Sarah! Now, real talk, Type C is definitely the wave right now. Unfortunately, we still have a lot of things that are Type A. You know what I'm saying? Type C isn't. I have like 2 Type C ports on my PC right now. That's a blessing on real talk. But I need a Type C USB hub, and I'm probably gonna get a Type C and Type A USB hub because I don't use that many Type A stuff. And most of the stuff I have is like my keyboards and stuff like that. So I got extra dongles and shit. But man, the Type C flex is wild. Love her. By the way, I'm quite sure that they got it right the first time, because I feel that that's the issue, because most MIDI keyboards use regular USB A, plug it in, it works. This here. Yeah, I understand that someone in the chat was talking about how Type C would be lit on the MPC. I understand that. Doesn't work like that. In fact, I've tried everything. But before we get into what I've tried and everyone's issues, like I said, this keyboard, I was very excited about it because you can basically pull up complete control, contact, or any VST and use it as a MIDI keyboard. But the way that the keys feel, it feels fantastic. It's the best feeling keyboard I have in my apartment, in my house, in my home. So they're basically, I would guess on an 88 key that they would be semi-weighted keys. And that's why she likes those keys a little bit more. And when you have semi-weighted or weighted keys, there's little less error than you playing on your typical $99 keyboard or MIDI keyboard or controller or whatever. For you to press another key and it actually activates, because sometimes you have like what they call ghost notes, and that's kind of where that comes from, where you'll hear a key that might be a tab it off or something like that in like some of your a lot of jazz music plays off of the fact that there's a lot of ghost keys and stuff like that sometimes. You know what I'm saying? The jazz that matters.
Studio, but I can't use it. And for those that don't know, I've been using Native Instruments products for a very long time. In fact, this channel started off with me using the Maschine MK2 on my own without anybody telling me to, because I genuinely loved Native Instruments Maschine. I spent my own money, made my own videos, had fun, and then eventually I gained a relationship with Native Instruments. So over time, not only were they actually hooking me up with some hardware and some software to promote on my channel, they actually sent me out to Germany in 2019. I was able to meet other influencers. I was able to meet the Native Instruments team, engineers, people behind the scenes that make everything freaking amazing. It was fantastic. And then when I got back,
I call them Team Safe. Even though Accurate would be the least safe person that would be a part of that crew of influencers, but I call that Team Safe. That was the real. I'm telling you, bro. I'm not trying to be the bad guy, but sometimes you got to be the bad guy. When you have that much safeness around it, it just doesn't last too long. Look how long it took for them to say this. I'm just saying, look how long it took, bro. Like, that's one thing I can say about Akai. They know they have a hardcore audience, man. Like, when it comes to their forums, nasty work. When it comes to, you know what I'm saying, and mind you, my MPC brother and all, y'all are some wild folk. Y'all some wild folk. On God, y'all wild, but it gets the job done. They don't be playing. If you know, you know. But let me know how you feel about this video. I think that Sarah has some good points. You know, I think she made some good points. It's on about the same bounds as Accurate's video, you know, Bolo's video, my video. You know, she's just telling her story and doesn't want people to get mad. I think in critique, I would have led with that. So you get into when you hook someone into your video, you just gotta hook them in, and then you talk about the good things first, and then boom, it's called a compliment sandwich. I think that's how you're supposed to hook people into your videos. Is like a compliment sandwich. But if the video's doing well, and I definitely want her to get her recognition and stuff like that, so I have the link in the description box. I thought it was funny, especially the Type-C flex. It's true. I get it. Oh, shit, man. Y'all wild. Y'all wild as hell. What y'all be on, man? What are y'all on, man? Oh, yeah. I have to do some pulling up research and stuff. Let's type in Native Instruments. This microphone does get on my nerves. I thought it would be a good idea to rock this kind of microphone again versus having a mic that was, you know what I'm saying, so I can get up and stuff. It was more or less because I wanted to use these headphones right here. These headphones that I have on are the III TMA2 wireless. Mind you, I'm just going to go ahead and just show you what they are. I'll just mute this shit because it's unimportant. So if y'all was wondering what headphones I'm rocking right now, it's the II TMA2. I'm going to do a whole entire review on them, so don't worry about it. We'll be well in verse, but these are wireless headphones too as well. They come with like a wireless dongle and stuff like that. So I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of these headphones. You know, my headphones are prototypes, by the way. So I don't have the logo on them. That's how long I've had these joints and been making beats with them or whatnot. So full disclosure, they did send these joints to me. So they're not, the wireless version I think is around $250, $350. So they're not cheap. Just keep it real. and that might bother people, but not. But when I talk about the quality of these headphones in general, goddamn corporate on my damn joint. Yeah, make sure y'all check out Corporate's channel. But yeah, when I talk about the general love that I have for these headphones, they're really good. I find them to be versatile. I don't have a problem. They have enough bass in them. You can recalibrate them with an app. You know, things that headphones should do, like your Behringer headphones or people's headphones that are in the studio monitoring world or whatnot. They haven't caught up to what headphones should be at this point in age or whatnot. And these they're ultra low latency, not in Bluetooth, but when you use the dongle. Mind you, I like using the word dongle, and I don't care to use any other terminology. But yeah, these headphones are good, man, and they be rocking. They be hitting different. It hits different. Yeah. Let's go over here to Native Instruments joint. Let's type it. Boy, it's like you can look at you can see why Native Instruments is what they're doing isn't working, because the way they're approaching it is like so safe. Like their brand is just safety first. How to make safe hip hop? Just say it. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying, bro. How to make safe music? And that don't work, bro. Don't work, bro. You're going to have to get your fingers. And mind you, they have approached me on multiple occasions. I don't know what I was doing at the time where I don't know. I think I was really invested in the Ableton, and I was trying to learn that or whatnot. And I had a Machine Mark III, and it was okay. It was just okay. I didn't start really liking it until the Plus, you know? You feel me? If you know, you know. Tractor DJ. All right. Boy, I tell you, Tractor DJ. I'm looking for a certain kind of video. So the other day we was talking about the greatness of Native Instruments when Native Instruments was on top. They had some of the best demos and stuff like that. They had some of the best DJs, the best production videos. They had it all. A lot of content creators, not only content creators, but celebrities, mind you, because at that particular time, content creators weren't as prominent. We couldn't figure it out to make it our channels look so professional until maybe late 2016, and you know, certain tactics around the same time. Basically, streaming was becoming big. Is when content creators in our space were starting to make some buzz, just doing their own reviews and stuff like that. You know, there's a couple of plants, but you can't stop that. But they had some good demo videos, and I wanted to go through that. Just remember where they were at one time. You know what I'm saying? Like Native Instruments had it on lock for real, for real. So I'm just looking for the proper video. I might just type in, I'm going to type in DJ Craze. Let's kick it off with DJ Craze. Let's see if we're going to get that incoming copyright claim. We'll see. I'm going to look first, though. So, bruh. Oh, did they repost it or? Then Qbert. Like, chat, help me out. If you are a Native Instruments fan, a fan of the company, what was the demo video that made you want a piece of gear from Native Instruments? I want to know in the chat. I want to know in the comment section. And I'm going to check out some of the videos that have motivated me, and we can react to them together, because a lot of them were fire. So I'm almost done. Okay, cool. Let's see if there's any licensing bullshit. Nope. Bad. So the first one that comes to my mind happens to be DJ Craze. DMC finalist, champion, and that's like my kind of vibe.
Let's go.
A DJ that is finger drumming.
Everybody knows I'm a motherfucking monster. Everybody knows I'm a motherfucking monster.
Nasty. Just nasty. So just so y'all guys get a clue of what he's doing, I'm going to break it down now. There's a couple of things. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Again, nasty set by DJ Craze. I want to break down these videos. I think that would be the best thing. So the first thing, you see the control over here. And then he has, I believe, I forgot which version of the machine, but this is machine back in the day. And he added, connected, not to a Tractor DJ controller, mind you. He had it linked to a Pioneer controller. So I guess the Pioneer controller, it had certain instances to where it can control certain aspects. You know what I'm saying? Like this is controlling right now. He's using this controller right here. I forgot what it's called, the Tractor control, I guess. He's using that to control Tractor. And then he has the, what you call the vinyl that's time coded, right? The special Native Instruments Tractor time coded vinyl. And this, of course, has his logo and stuff on there. But he's also using the machine in tandem with Tractor because you can hook up the machine to do all kinds of like MIDI stuff, bro. And that is where it goes crazy. But it gets wilder when he starts playing with the faders. Like not the crossfader, but these faders right here. I believe that they call them X and Y. I don't know. Don't X and Y, whatever. But those he has those mapped to like pitch and all kinds of stuff, bro. Doing that all in real time. Just nasty. It's nasty work. But this is one of the things that made me want to get into like machine. Like for real. This is what made me want to get into machine at first. And Tractor. Because they were winning. And it was DJ Craze. DJ Craze being a DMC champion. Big shout out to DJ Craze. I met him out here in Atlanta at the last Native Instruments party ever. You know, the industry has changed. Big shout out to the people on Twitch. I'm checking in with y'all. But anyways, yeah. That's a nasty ass set, bro. Nasty ass set. There's plenty of other ones too. He also has another one too. I'm going to go ahead and pull that one up. It is also nasty. So let me get that up and going. Here we go. 5 times DMC champion.
Man, you know that.
I can't remember this one.
Flavor. I got flavor.
Motherfucker, I'm ill.
For those who don't know, the reason why he has those gold turntables is because when you win DMC, they give you a pair of gold Technique 1200s. I saw at Evo, they kind of adapted the exact same thing. Funny enough, well, no, they don't have the DMC championships in America. Well, they have the American championships. I think the finals are usually in New York, or they used to be in New York. And then you would go to the UK to face the world. So that was the dope thing about the DMC when it was at its essence. But yeah, it's kind of funny that Evo, which has to do with video games, they give you a gold arcade stick when you win. This was cool. Not the one I necessarily wanted to check out though. But we're gonna pull up on another one. Just let me know how the audio is. Is the audio cool? Yeah, that's a dope ass. Shoot, you better give me a pair of gold turntables. I had to face the world, bruh. Goddamn, me against the world head ass. Shit, real talk. But yeah, let's see. I put the Cuber joint in there. Bro, like, there's no comparison. Like, these videos, if you was to compare, like, what they do now to the videos they had then, these had more of a culture shock, you know, when it came down to it. Mind you, a lot of people had the same kind of grievances with Native Instruments. They just haven't said it. But the DJs definitely said it, and we saw kind of the landscape of the DJ side of Native Instruments just disappear. Yeah, and I think it has more to do with the fact that it was moving on towards like MIDI controllers, but who knows? So this is DJ Qbert right here. We're gonna check out this joint right here, bro. This is cold. Hopefully, I won't get a copyright claim. Before we even go on, in the chat, in the comments section, if you really say that you about this hip hop stuff, like you one of those dusty Timberland boot wearing, pissing the elevator types, what record is that they are cutting to? What is the name of that record? Leave it in the chat, leave it in the comments section. I want to know. And we're going to see if you're a real one or not. Pat Bradley is a real one. Oh, Pat Brady. My bad. And this is like what they're doing right now is cutting, but they're cutting up drum lines and stuff like that. They're using a 4-deck layout there. That's kind of interesting. But they're doing a 4-layer, and then basically, I don't know what they call. I can't remember what they call it, but it's basically scratch drumming or drum scratching, and they're making a drum line, a beat while they're scratching. That's what you see happening here. You could tell. Damn, and you know it's funny because Traktor had their own mixer at the time, but this particular mixer right here, I think it still goes for a nice $1 or $2 on the used market. This DJ M909, I saw Jazzy Jeff use it. Jazzy Jeff wouldn't let that thing go. Qbert obviously is using it here. DJ Craze. It's just interesting to see, you know, them choose that over other gear, but they're using, you know, Maschine. Now, let's do another test if you're a real one. Now, this one's a harder one. You hear that phrase that they're scratching. Where does that phrase come from? What record? Boy, you got to be my age or older to know this one. That's a fact. Or if you're young and you know the answer to that, let me know. What phrase, where does that phrase that they're scratching come from? What record? Big shout out to DJ Qbert. right, so they're killing that joint. Quick story, a real quick story. I met DJ Quick. I was about to say DJ Quick, DJ Q-Bird at NAMM. We was just chilling. Happened to be at the same airport, but I had, went over there to NAMM. The NAMM that we went to was dry as hell. Anyways, by the way, it was super dry, and that's what people were saying. Like, there ain't enough people. There ain't a lot of people here, but I just got to meet a couple of people that I always wanted to meet and whatever. And you know the story. If you really follow me, then you really follow me. But when I tell you this man was cool as hell, he was cool as hell. It was really cool. And the funny thing about it is I've been watching Q-Bert, and I learned a lot about being a DJ per se, from just definitions, terminology, techniques, etc. Bought his DVD, learning how to scratch from him, watching many Invisible Scratch Pickle sets, all that. Studying, as you should if you want to become a GOAT in this joint. Though I'm nowhere near a GOAT. Still on rookie mode. Anyways, it was funny because we was just having a conversation and whatnot. I'm like, damn, he's talking to me like, you know what I'm saying? And when it all came down to it, Q-Bert was like, so, do you really feel this way about the new MPCs and blah, blah, blah? I'm like, what the hell? It was funny as hell. It was like, what? So you watch my YouTube channel, bro? But it was like the most humble thing that ever happened to me. Is like, damn, dog, I got so much respect for him and whatnot. I just came to say, how much I respected the music and stuff like that, and what's going on and different things that he's doing in the future and stuff like that. Because I think he was doing stuff with Reloop basically, and Reloop got some shit, bro. Reloop got some shit. If you want to get a turntable that's damn near like a Technic 1200 on steroids, then you might want to get a Reloop DJ turntable. Facts. Audiophile type shit too, by the way. Yeah, but he's going dummy. Yeah, I forgot other homie's name or whatnot. I know he was big on Beatport or whatever, but and I believe he's also a champion too. That was the Native Instruments standard back in the day, by the way. Native Instruments had a standard and then let's go ahead and check out, because I've seen people in the chat, they was talking about check out Jeremy Ellis. Damn, I can't spell his name. I'm just gonna type in Ellis. Don't mind me right now. Mine is on. Damn, can I spell period, bro? Yo, I'm on W right now. Oh, okay. Are you serious? I did spell it right. There we go. So we're gonna check out Jeremy Ellis on this joint. I've seen this one before, by the way, but I don't mind watching it again because it's that fire. Oh, he's not on the Machine Micro, is he? Let's check it out though.
Let's do it.
That's not nasty work. Now, truth be told, I think Jeremy Ellis is probably one of the best finger drummers that ever did it. The only other people I can think of just off the top of my head that just, bro, like there's things that you would not try because they just that nasty. One, David, he does all the native instruments. He's the long haired dude. You know what I'm saying? He just recently did the soundtrack for Prince of Persia Rogue. Beats by Jake Black, definitely. My boy Treasy. I can't. Damn, I would say that son, but I've seen people do wilder stuff than that son. But that son is dope though. Just truth be told, whole time. So no hating, okay. But A-Rap music, obviously, without shout out of a doubt. But this man right here gets busy. a far cry from what we at now, bruh. It's a far cry, bruh. I'm just saying. Well, I mean, to be a very good finger drummer, dog, there is a skill set, and it's not a difficult thing to do. But I will say that there's a level of dedication and skill set that you will have to arrive with to do so. Obviously, being a drummer, obviously playing the piano, just having good fingers. You know what I'm saying? Just having good timing, understanding of timing, and the reality of that all comes with practice. It's not like it's a God. I mean, it is a God-given talent because a lot of people don't have the patience to deal with it, and they just want it now. I mean, we're in the time where people just rather make something with AI than try to create it themselves. You know what I'm saying? And just using all of AI and not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like even certain people that use AI as like a means to enhance certain aspects still haven't arrived at a point to where they're doing it to where it's seamless. You know what I'm saying? They're just letting AI do it. You know, stuff like people like this put in a lot of work. They put in a lot of work behind the scenes, a lot of practice, a lot of that. Like there's just no F's given when it comes to them putting in that work, bruh. On God. Like just doing that alone, he probably practiced that slow for a long time until he got the layer. And that's the thing. A lot of when I look at finger drummer tutorials, I don't want to give people ideas, but let's be real. A lot of people, they just get into it and like they try to get you to piece it together at the same tempo when you should be doing it slowly. Everything starts off slow. Like that was one of the things that I had to learn from playing like team sports and stuff like that. We walk through it. Like when you get your child in a sport, they should start off young because they need to start off learning these things before, because it was hard for me to even play sports. When I went to high school, I started playing sports and I didn't make varsity until like maybe my junior year. Despite me having certain skill sets and talents, I didn't have the level of know-how to play the actual sport, the team sport. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of people don't make it. You know what I'm saying? Just, you feel me? It applies to all aspects in life. Practice makes perfect, and having the right mind state to be able to do these type of things.
This is what it is.
I mean, definitely track arranging, it does help with the routine, but the reality of it is it doesn't matter where you put your shit on your pads if you can't do it fast. If you're not doing exactly what he's doing, dog, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you're not doing the most basic of stuff. And that's where a lot of people fail at, is they don't know the basics. So that's why certain people excel at being a teacher, because they understand how to teach the basics, because the basics come first before all the advanced stuff. You just can't skip over it. That's why in this space that we call YouTube, we have people that make tutorials, but they don't make tutorials. What they do is they just put thumbnails of more famous people than them. They put whatever dog that's famous as hell in the thumbnail. Then they make a title with on said artist or person in the thumbnail, and then they teach you something that has little to nothing to do with the product or the actual content that they're trying to get you to believe that they know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And truth be told, it works because people get clicks. And then it just leads to question that, is this exactly what they do? And then you start finding out that no, it's not. And then things fall into order. And then you start watching them folks, because only thing they know how to do is clickbait. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, and my bad. I meant to. Fred is dead. Fred is Dead was definitely on my list of people that I was going to say that get on it and that do a damn thing. There's a brother that does stuff. I can't remember his name. I met him at NAMM too. And he's cold as hell on the finger drumming, like very cold. Very cold. I know he's a part of, or he used to be a part of the group, damn, I forgot the name. It was like Texas Scratch DJs or something like that. I got the vinyl over here. Yo, Texas Scratch League. Homie is over there. I want to say his name is DJ AP. Is he on the vinyl or no? Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah. So I'm deeply invested in the scene, just all together. Like hip hop, I don't just stop Fred again. Oh, it's Fred. It was something. It's something. It's Fred again. My bad. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Shorty with the weird piercings. Yeah, she's good. She's dope. She used to do stuff for Native Instruments too. And she just found herself over here in the Kai world all of a sudden. Yeah, she's dope. She's dope. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna lie to that. On God. She's really dope, bro. Damn, I really hate this buzz, man. I think it has to do with this wire that I have running from my MPC. I want to blame it on that, but when I look at my meters and stuff like that, the buzzing only starts when I'm talking. So it has to be mic related. I just found my wires and whatnot, bro. And like, you know what I'm saying? I just found the wires that I'm supposed to use. Yeah. Yeah, but I know Native Instruments got some more shit. What are they? Performs. I need to type in the word perform. So we're going to do that. Ooh. Definitely not going to watch that. Oh, that was sad. Actually, I should. And then people won't understand where I'm coming from when I'm pulling up these old videos until I show you what they did for the Machine Plus, bro. And when I tell you, when they did this video for the Machine Plus, it was less than satisfactory. It was less than satisfactory, bro. On God. Oh God, bro. It's like they went into an AI video generator, like make generic trap beat. Guy with brown skin. That was the prompt they used. Like this is what people had to get hyped to for the Machine Plus, bro. Man, this a cold ass world. Okay, the beat starts getting chunky, but it's like, what part of that is really performative to the level of making people sell it, bro? Like, I think the beat itself is cool. What?
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Bruh, what the hell did the mic come from? Where in the hell? Bro, and now you start to see the point of where I'm trying to get. Man, what in the world were they doing? I get, and I guess that has a lot to do with, we're looking at the timetable. This happened around 2020, so You know, it was pitching for. I'm trying to make excuses, bruh. But dude, that wasn't it. That wasn't it, man. Like, what was that, bruh? But yeah, I just wanted to remember Native Instruments for what they were. There's definitely some more ones that I could have pulled up, but you know, leave a comment below, leave something in the chat. I tried to get someone to give me some direction, boy. They had a hard time recommended videos that would hype them up for the gear or whatever. So yeah, I'm interested to see what people say in the comment section of this video, because I already know y'all gonna get hot. Fuck it. Yeah, that shit was sad, bruh. Nah, I think the drum and bass shit, I mean, the beat in itself was cool. He said that guy reminds you, Hold My Beer said that dude that I used in that meme reminds you of DJ Khaled. Is crazy. Yeah, that shit's wild, bruh. I don't know, man. I don't know. But anyways, what is it? 9:25. I'm gonna slide on y'all boys. I'm gonna slide on y'all ladies and gents. I appreciate everybody. Twitch, you are out of here. God bless y'all. God bless the one watcher on there. Twitch views have dropped. Nah, my views on Twitch have always been ass. Just keeping it real. But yeah, I want to know, man. Do you think it's curtains for Native Instruments? I don't think it's curtains for Native Instruments, by the way. I just think that they're being quiet for a reason, because they want to release something and they want to make a spectacle about it. There's things that I've heard behind scenes I cannot say because. So we'll see where things go. You know, I'm seeing some pretty bad releases as of lately. Of course, Native Instruments hasn't released anything lately, so I'm not talking about them. But for those who have, God bless y'all. Shit. Peace out. DJ Georgia Porgy, what's up? Appreciate you for sliding by.